Title: Silent Shadows, Uncovering the World of Prostitution in Malaysia. Introduction. Prostitution is illegal in Malaysia but still thrives in many parts of the country. In this documentary, we will delve into the world of prostitution in Malaysia and explore the reasons why individuals turn to this profession, the risks and dangers they face, and the efforts being made to reduce exploitation and promote social justice. Part 1: The Reality of Prostitution. We will explore the reality of prostitution in Malaysia, including the different forms it takes and the reasons why individuals enter the industry. We will also examine the challenges and dangers faced by sex workers, including violence, exploitation, and discrimination. Part 2: The Legal Framework. Prostitution is illegal in Malaysia, with harsh penalties for those caught engaging in the industry. We will examine the legal framework surrounding prostitution, including the laws related to sex work and the efforts to reform them. Part 3: The Role of Traffickers. Traffickers play a significant role in the prostitution industry in Malaysia. We will examine the ways in which these individuals exploit and control sex workers, as well as the efforts to combat trafficking and provide support to victims. Part 4: The Impact of Poverty and Migration. Poverty and migration are significant factors contributing to the growth of prostitution in Malaysia. We will examine the challenges of providing economic opportunities and social services to vulnerable populations, and the efforts being made to address these issues. Part 5: The Health Risks. Prostitution is associated with a range of health risks, including HIV/AIDS and other sexually transmitted infections. We will examine the challenges of providing health services to sex workers and the efforts to reduce the spread of these diseases. Part 6: The Role of Law Enforcement. Law enforcement plays a critical role in regulating prostitution in Malaysia. We will examine the challenges faced by law enforcement in addressing prostitution and the efforts to improve collaboration between law enforcement and social service providers. Part 7: The Road to Social Justice. Ultimately, the goal of addressing prostitution in Malaysia is to promote social justice and protect the human rights of sex workers. We will examine the efforts to provide support and services to sex workers, as well as the challenges of achieving long-term social change. Conclusion: Prostitution is a complex and controversial issue in Malaysia, shaped by legal, social, and economic factors. This documentary has shed light on the different facets of the industry, including the experiences of sex workers and the efforts to combat exploitation and promote social justice. As Malaysia continues to address this issue, it is important to remember the humanity of sex workers and the need to approach this issue with sensitivity and respect.